So in my volume tips video, I talked about my absolutely favorite hair tool for volume, and today I wanted to do a little review of this and just go into more detail about how to use this because I could not get the volume that I like and that I want without this tool. I section off the top portion of my hair as well as leave a little bit out in the front. This is to avoid seeing the volume texture once your hair is let down. Then I take thin, small slices and clamp down gently with the volume. The more slices you take, the more volume you'll get. I like to hold all of my sections upwards for more volume, but you can also hold them straight out. You aren't holding the volume on your hair long, just for 1 to 2 seconds before releasing and clamping again a little further down the hair shaft. Then I'll clip up the section to let it cool down completely in an upright position before moving on to another area of my head. I do this all the way around my crown, from just under the top section to right above my ears. The further down that you go, the more I think you can texturize it. When you're really close to the crown, or your part line, I guess, you want to be careful just so that you're not going to see any of that texture through the top of your head. I think in dark hair it's easier just because there's so many shadows and lowlights already that it kind of disappears. And I also know that I do have thick hair already. For me, really the crown is what falls flat. I've got much straighter hair on top than I do underneath, and my crown is just heavy and it falls flat. So if you have thinner hair and you're using this tool for volume because you just don't have a lot of density, just do like the top parts with less of a crimp or less of a hold and push, and then as you go deeper and deeper underneath, you can add a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I did that one a little bit stronger so you can see it. I'll actually go down a little farther too. And this doesn't really worry me too much with damage because this part of your hair is so close to your scalp. It's getting oil on it every single day. It's just rehydrating, remoisturizing every day. So it's not getting dried out and brittle and like snagging on things where the bottom of your hair would. All of these pieces are really protected in your everyday life. You can see we did a lot more layers on that side because there's a lot more hair, but there you go. So I'm gonna shake it all out just to like get it looking a little nicer. And when you go and do the dry shampoo on each step, like as I take out each section, which is, like I said, what I normally like to do for the biggest volume, you get even better results. And I'm just gonna do it kind of messy because I'm not gonna go ahead and resection all of that, but it is the finest dry shampoo I have ever used, which I think is what makes it really lightweight. It does have a feeling, it does have like a texture to it, but I don't think it feels gross or weird at all. And I do like to do this immediately. I don't like to wait until my hair gets oily or greasy because it works much better if you put it in from the very start. I also sometimes will put it in my hands. It's really fine, so it will blow away a little bit, so just be careful. The other thing that you can do is spray it directly into your brush, which I do all the time. Your brush will look gross and weird because it'll just be caked in white powder, but it works really nice. And then you can go in with your brush and then just tease up the roots a little bit. I don't even really tease, I just kind of like brush it into the roots, but having that extra grit and powder just gives it even more volume. So if you tip your head forward, this is a trick I learned from my amazing hairstylist Ernesto in the Bay Area. Just tilt it forward, massage with your fingertips, not with your nails. And he does this with a salt spray or with any other volume sprays, but I like the same technique with even the dry shampoo. And then you can leave this as crazy, or you can tame it down as much as you want. And then you can put a serum or an oil. I love that Evolve one that I talked about in my healthy hair tips video. That'll just smooth out the bottoms a little bit more. But this will last me until my next wash day. You crying? Yeah? You crying? Get I am linking my discount code in the description for a percentage off of the Voloom. It works for any of the sizes. I again have the petite, I believe this one is. Yes, the Voloom Petite. The colors go with the size. So I have this one just because I wanted to be able to get in a little tighter to the root and having my short layers. So the discount code works for anything on their site, and I can't live without it. It's my absolute favorite tool, more than the Dyson Airwrap, and I lusted over that forever. So this one is absolutely amazing. If you have any other questions about using the Voloom, tricks, anything else that you want to know, absolutely leave me a comment. I do respond a little quicker on Instagram, and I also have a quick routine showing the Voloom over there on Instagram, so you can check that out if you'd like. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time.